Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a new reading vlog, and happy Halloween. It's actually Halloween today, so I'm having my coffee out of my little Halloweeny mug, and yeah, that's pretty much the only Halloween thing I'm doing other than I'm reading this book. I'm almost done with it. I've been listening to the audiobook for it. I'm also wearing orange today. It kind of is reading more red on camera, but it definitely is like more of an orange. But yeah, I'll be handing out candy, so that's also a Halloween thing. But I've mentioned this before, I don't really like Halloween. It's not my thing. I don't like scary things, and then I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan. But yeah, so I wanted to do a reading vlog because it's been a really long time. My hair currently looks really bad. I put in my extensions, but I haven't really blended them very well. I just kind of like whatever my hair was like, I just put them in, so we're just gonna deal with that for the moment. But one of my new things, because I mean, I'm wearing jeans right now too, which is like unheard of, but one of my new things is I'm trying to like actually get dressed and get ready every day. Even though I'm working from home, I want to have that kind of like separation. I think it'll be really helpful. So yeah, I've been working on that, and it's been handy. Like, I've been enjoying it. I've also been posting those like outfits of the day on Instagram. If you were interested in that, then you can find that there. But this is kind of like the only Halloween-y book that I'm actually getting to read, although I did just recently finish. I'll show you the two recent reads that I have because they're right here anyways. So I finished Alice by Heart by Stephen Sater, which isn't really Halloween-y, but I mean, it's kind of scary in ways. But The Dead Romantics is also kind of a Halloween-y read because it deals with like ghosts and stuff, but it's like a Halloween-y romance kind of spooky sort of but it's not spooky is the thing. I don't know. I really liked it though, so I did really enjoy this one. I have read a lot of Ashley Poston before, and this one I think was definitely my favorite. Like, it's her first adult novel, but I thought it was really sweet and like a really different twist on a romance, so I liked that a lot. But by the way, if I sound funny, it's because I'm just getting over a cold, so I'm sorry. But I am like so torn on this one. I don't really know how I feel about it. It's definitely captivated me. It's really interesting. It's just like, I don't really know what's happening yet. So I am almost done with the audiobook. I have been listening to it while I've been like coloring different coloring pages on this app that I've become obsessed with, and it's not sponsored at all, but it's called Happy Color. Like right now I'm coloring this little Halloween French bulldog. I'm obsessed with this app and I can't stop coloring things, but it's like the perfect thing to do when I want to listen to an audiobook. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't picked up a book in a while. I haven't actually picked up a book and read in a long time, and it's something that I need to get my life sorted out first, and I'm slowly getting there, and then I will be able to like actually sit down and read a book. So I'm trying to like plan out the next little bit, plan out Bookmas, figure out what I'm doing with that, and then I feel like I'll be able to actually like sit down and read a book. And I'm just not sure what that book is going to be. But yeah, that's what's going on today. Today is going to be kind of, I mean, I'm working, but I'm also trying to kind of get my life sorted out and everything. I got a little bit of a later start to the day than I had wanted to, which is kind of classic, but that's another thing I'm working on. We're just a work in progress. It's fine. But I wanted to do a new reading vlog because I haven't done one in a really long time. And now it's like finally after both weddings, which was really fun. Like, the weddings were obviously very fun, but also so time and energy consuming. Like, since July, I honestly have had no choice but to be kind of lax about posting videos because I've been home for like 2 weeks at a time. And when I'm home, there's obviously like so much to do, right? So it's just been, I didn't have a choice. I didn't really plan on taking a break or anything. It's just kind of what happened. So I am sorry for that, but you know, it is what it is. So now we're back in business, which is exciting. And I'm getting back to like regular content as I kind of get myself organized and figure out my life. So yay. Oh, this is so painfully crooked. I can't get a good camera angle, whatever. Hi, it's Saturday. Last time I updated you guys was on Monday when I started this vlog. I just did one clip and I was debating on scrapping that, but I decided not to because I was like, if I scrap it, I'm never gonna get this done. I'm never gonna get anywhere. But I've done a lot of reading since we have spoken last, which is good. And by a lot of reading, I mean like quite a bit of reading. I don't know what's been going on this week. I mean, I do. I have been spending a lot of time on Pinterest, like getting some screensavers ready, way too much time, honestly, way more than is necessary, just looking at pretty things, and that has been consuming a ton of my time. Between that and like using my little coloring book app, I have done a ton of audiobook listening, and I was going to like make an explanation for that and blah blah blah, but honestly no, like I'm not gonna act like it's lazy and like I'm not reading. That is something that I think people need to get over, and I was falling into it for a second, but I caught myself, so we're good. But I did end up finishing with House of Hollow, so that's really good. I found this really interesting. It was super haunting, creepy. It's the only kind of Halloween-y read that I ended up getting to, and yeah, I think it was a good one to go with. It was like a dark sort of fairy tale, definitely surprised me, and is a book that's going to stick with me, so that's always fun. After that, I ended up picking up Ties That Tether by Jane Igaro, and I really liked this one. I loved the audiobook because it was actually a Nigerian narrator, so she did a great job of like bringing authenticity to the characters and their accents and everything, and I was really surprised by this because it's a romance, but it has so much substance to it. It goes a lot deeper than that, and there were a lot of like really big issues that were dealt with in this story, and I thought it was super well done, so really liked this one as well. Then I ended up listening to Orphan Monster Spy by Matt Colleen, which I have had for so long, and I've kind of been getting to some books that I've like really been wanting to read, which is awesome. Like I'm very happy about that. So this is definitely one, and this one was like so haunting. I feel like haunting is kind of a theme of the books that I have been reading recently, except for like two of them. So Ties That Tether and then the next one that I'm going to show you. Most of them have been books that have just like stuck with me because there's really surprising things that are happening that they make me think and everything. So I don't know why I've been gravitating towards reads like that, but that's definitely been the case. And this one, it was definitely that. So this is set during World War II, and it's following a Jewish girl who is going undercover in a Nazi boarding school. So obviously a really high stakes situation. I will talk, like, I'm not really going to tell you too much about what these books are about or what I thought about them because I'm planning on filming today, and one of the videos that I'm going to film is a recent reads where I'll kind of talk about these a bit more in depth, so stay tuned for that. But the next book that I read after that is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which I have heard nothing but good things about. This is by Gabrielle Zevin. I haven't read any of her books, although I know she wrote The Storied Life of A.J. Thickery, which is super popular, and it's on my TBR. It's definitely one that I would like to get to, probably this winter, because it seems like a nice, cozy winter read. Now, this one, I enjoyed it, but I think it's so hyped up that I was expecting to be completely blown away, and I kind of wasn't really. I did appreciate the fact that it was a friendship story. Like, I thought it wasn't going to be, so that was kind of nice. It deals with video games really in depth, which was cool, and I don't know if maybe because like I'm not a huge gamer, I play Animal Crossing, The Sims, and Pokemon, and that's pretty much it. Maybe I didn't appreciate it that much, but I've read like other gamer books and really liked them. I think I just had such high expectations because I had been seeing this one absolutely everywhere, so it was kind of doomed from the start, but I did like it. Like, that's not to say I didn't like it. It's just the expectations were so high. And then this morning I wanted to like start something to physically read, and I'll show you the new audiobook that I'm listening to, which maybe I'll finish it today. I don't know. It's only November 5th and I've read like all of these books, but I'll show you that book in a second. But I wanted to physically read something, and I got up pretty early today. Like, I've been trying to work on my sleep schedule, and I ended up getting up early, and I actually ended up finishing this book before 8 a.m. and I had like just started it. I was trying to figure out what I want to read, and I was trying to make it so it wasn't something like everything I was gravitating towards was kind of too similar to the audiobook that I was listening to, because I need to like physically read something when I'm working my way back to physically reading something and listening to an audiobook at the same time. And in order to do that, I need to have something that like they're different enough. So usually I'll go for a different genre or whatever. And yeah, everything I was going for was just too similar. So I was like, you know what? Nothing else is really like capturing my attention at this moment. So I'm gonna go for something that's gonna be really quick and kind of like work my way up to a bigger book. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's just because I haven't been reading a lot lately. I need to like kind of take baby steps. But I ended up going for The Handmaid's Tale graphic novel. This is by Margaret Atwood, obviously, but it is adapted by Renee Nault. I'm not sure, but I have a feeling there's some like silence in there. But I have not read The Handmaid's Tale, and I've talked about it for years wanting to read it, but have just never picked it up. So I ended up picking up this graphic novel adaptation because I was like, usually if I find a classic too daunting, I'll go for the graphic novel adaptation to kind of ease my way into it. And oh my God, did this blow my mind. Like, I only finished this a couple of hours ago, but holy crap, like this is a book that is going to stick with me forever. And this, more than any other adaptation that I've read, has made me want to read the original work because the writing was incredible. The story was so, once again, haunting is the only word I can think of to describe it. It just completely like shook me to my core. I knew a little bit of what it was about, but I haven't watched the show or anything because I wanted to read the book first. And now I definitely need to watch the show, although I'm like, can I actually handle that? Because even seeing these illustrations and the like depictions of this world and everything that is happening in here, it was absolutely terrifying. And obviously with like recent events, it also made me think of that. Yeah, if you haven't read The Handmaid's Tale, like highly recommend. There's a reason it's so popular. This just like blew my mind. So what am I gonna read next? I don't really know what I'm physically going to read next yet. I feel like I should still go for something that's kind of shorter, but as far as an audiobook, I am currently listening to Vespertine by Margaret Rogerson. So I'm really liking this one. It's definitely kind of, once again, a haunting, spooky, we have like dead, the undead ghost sort of thing. So even though Halloween is over, I'm still, I think because I ended up not being able to read any of those books earlier, I'm still gravitating toward this sort of thing. And yeah, I'm gonna take some time to just kind of like listen to that audiobook. I've actually been really productive today, which is awesome because that's something I've been struggling with lately. I don't know. It's just, I've been having a hard time with it, but this morning I've been like sitting down, writing my to-do list and actually acting on things, because lately a problem of mine has been that I would write my to-do list and then I'm not actually like doing them. But today I've actually been doing them, which is really exciting. So I'm hoping that it's gonna be a good day. I'm hoping to like get back to normal, get back to the swing of things, because honestly, I haven't been great. Like, I feel like I've been having such like a very public, like up and down breakdown. And yesterday wasn't really a great day. Today I'm feeling a lot better, but honestly, like, I can't really hide that, you know, like I don't want anyone to feel like they're the only one who goes through these things. So I feel really bad depicting this on my channel. I feel like I haven't been able to be as present or attentive to things as I would normally like to be, but honestly, that's just kind of how things have been and that's how life has been. And like, I do apologize for that, but at the same time, it's life, you know? So yeah, I am like, as I'm getting back into the swing of things, I've been planning out Bookmas. I'm getting really excited about it, and definitely like finishing that book so quickly this morning. It made me like remember why I love reading so much, if that makes sense, and made me just want to like talk about reading and gush about books again, which is something I feel like has kind of come and gone because, you know, like I've been very open about like my depression, anxiety, PTSD, and ADHD. And I actually saw a psychologist. I finally found one. I have to travel 45 minutes for it, but it is like the best that I've been able to find. So I finally started that this week. And yeah, it's just kind of made me realize like quite a few things and made me feel like I'm kind of on a path to start getting better. It's just like, I was doing so well in the summertime. I was seeing my family so often, but now, you know, it's hard going back to not really seeing anyone. And also the weather definitely makes a huge difference. Like, it's actually been quite nice and warm the past few days, but there's so little sunlight and I really struggle with that side of things. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of give, I guess, a little bit of an explanation of things, but that's just kind of how it is. And I thank you guys so much for like sticking with me through all of this, but I'm glad to be doing a vlog again. Good morning, everyone. It's Sunday. This has really been a one clip a day kind of vlog, and I do apologize for that. It's just the days have been getting away from me. Like yesterday definitely got away from me. I did get quite a bit done, but I only got one video filmed, which is unfortunate. I did finish with Vespertine and I liked it. I think like Margaret Rogerson's books are always interesting for me because I really enjoy them while I'm reading them, but then I kind of find them a little bit forgettable, if that makes sense. But this one was interesting, like it was darker and dealing with like death and nunnery, and yeah, it was pretty interesting. So I did like it. I'm now hoping to just like kind of figure out a to-do list, figure out a realistic way for me to actually end up getting all the things that I need to do done. It is currently 7 in the morning. I totally forgot that there was a time change last night. So then I woke up and I was like, wait, what? And I was kind of surprised by that. The fact that like my phone had a completely different time than everything else. But I was also like, why is it so late? Yesterday it was not light, but yeah, it's because of the time change, which I mean, makes sense. Audiobook wise, I have started listening to the sequel. I don't want to go and pick it up because my filming equipment is all in the way, but the sequel to Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed by Carrie Maniscalco. And physical reading wise, I just started with The Looking Glass Boars by Frank Bador, which is another book that I've had for a really long time and have been meaning to read. So I'm finally getting to that. So I have social for Charlie in a couple of hours, but in the meantime, I am going to try and kind of like sort things out, and then I think I'm gonna take some time. Like, the thing is, I kind of need to plan around sunset now, which sounds so silly, but like content making, it's gonna be so annoying now because I mean, I work 9 to 5 and the sun sets at 4:30 now. So like, it's just gonna be so obnoxious, but I'm gonna try and figure it out. My lunch break will just be spent filming, I guess. I don't know. But the point is, I need to try and like get the filming done right when I come home from social. So that's gonna be my goal. Gonna try and figure all that stuff out. Yeah, we're gonna sort everything out. Look, I'm doing more than one clip in a day. It's a little bit later on Sunday, and by a little bit later, I mean actually quite a bit later. I have finished with filming, and then I went to go and do groceries. I didn't get quite as much filmed as I had wanted to, but like, I'm still happy that I got some done. Now I need to clean this mess. I really try on Sundays to like tidy things up because I don't like going into a new week with things being very messy. So that's what I'm going to do for the next little bit. And I'm probably not going to listen to my audiobook. I will a little bit later, but right now I'm actually going to watch the Great British Sewing Bee. That has been what I've been watching and really quite enjoying it. Okay, so one day I did 2 clips and that was apparently the most that I did for this vlog, but I'm sorry about that. I am going to work on it for next week because I'm filming this part on my phone because I actually have my camera battery charging, because I'm going to try and be like a good vlogger next week. So stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys did still enjoy this vlog. I wanted to give you guys kind of an update on things. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you then. I did that all out of order, but goodbye.